Hi everyone, today's video is going to be my top 5 tips for freshers. So let's just get into it. Tip number 1 is to wait until you've started until you buy your supplies. Sometimes they tell you stuff is essential for your course that actually isn't. I was told there were 2 essential textbooks for my course, one of which I've never used and the other there was an online copy available from the library, so I spent £100 on 2 textbooks that I have never needed. You may also find that you don't need everything that you needed in school. Uni is taught so differently and I personally found it easier to go paperless and use my iPad. Mainly because the lecturers all gave us digital copies of their PowerPoints and it was easier for me to annotate those rather than to use a notebook and copy down everything that was on the slides, and then I'd miss kind of extra information that they were saying, whereas now, because I have the slides in front of me, I can just focus on stuff that they're saying that isn't written down for me. Another thing is that during Freshers Week there's usually sales and stalls where you can get second-hand supplies, whether these be academic things or stuff to make your room more homely. There are lots of opportunities to get second-hand stuff that is usually cheaper or sometimes free. Tip number 2 is to push yourself to do at least one thing in Freshers Week. Moving to uni is so scary and it's a big change, and probably for most of you it's the first time living away from home. And going to Freshers is a great way to meet people who are in the same situation that you are. There are lots of different things you can do in Freshers. I know there's kind of a stereotype about going out and getting really drunk every single night, which there are lots of opportunities to do that. However, if you are like me and that is not kind of your thing, there are so many things that you can do otherwise. There are also loads of societies that run stuff during Freshers, so whether it's a sport or a hobby that you've done back at home or something completely new that you want to try, go along to their Freshers event because they're usually just for freshers, so everyone there is in the same situation and it's a great way to make friends. Tip number 3 is that everything in first year is a learning experience. Most degrees don't take into account your first year when calculating your final grade. However, that doesn't mean that it doesn't count. Uni is so different to school, and I feel like the way that uni teaches, the things that you did in school to learn or to revise or to write assignments don't usually work at uni. You need your first year to build up a new set of skills that you can use throughout your uni career. And if you don't use your first year properly, you're really going to struggle and make those mistakes in your second and third year once they start to count and go towards your degree. In my first semester, I actually got pulled up for academic misconduct. One of my assignments, they said I had plagiarized something, which was something that I was terrified about. Obviously, I had not done it on purpose, but I had misunderstood how to secondary cite something and it ended up pulling my grade down. Luckily I did not fail, but it did bring my grade down for the semester and over the whole year. So although that was annoying, I'm really glad that it happened in my first year and not in my second or third, because it could have brought my whole degree down and that would have been a real shame. Tip number 4 is that uni probably won't be what you expect it to be. So many of us have older friends or friends in different year groups who have been to uni already, and we see on social media them putting out photos of them having the best time and on nights out and blah blah, and it looks like they're having the time of their lives. What you have to remember is that you're not seeing the other side of that. You don't see them sitting at a desk pulling their hair out when their assignments due the next day. You don't see them in a library doing an all-nighter because they've got an exam the next day. You have to take everything that you see on social media with a pinch of salt and understand that uni is a lot harder than it seems. And tip number 5 is to be yourself. There seem to be a lot of things that you should or shouldn't do at uni, but at the end of the day, you have to do what you're going to enjoy and get the best out of your uni experience. A lot of people say that uni is the best time of your life, and that may be true, but you have to make it that for you and not based on everybody else. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section down below if there's any other uni related videos you guys would like to see, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!